G'day guys, how's it going? It's Bloodteeth here, bringing you another video of Gemcraft, Frostborn Wrath. And today I would like to show you a video that demonstrates what it's like hunting talismans when your wizard level is 110,577. You could say things just continue to progress quite nicely for me at the moment. For those who have been following my growth in my videos, I believe I started recording videos at wizard level 186, and only just recently have I experienced a very large surge in wizard level growth due to some shrine exploits that I've been taking advantage of. And currently this is how my skill distribution is laid out. It's very much so slanted towards trying to get a really powerful mana farm. I'm not so fussed about kill gems, even though I do have essentially what is, that's too much, 225 in both critical hit and resonance for the damage, and also around 400 even for amplifiers, which also increases damage as well. That's not really my primary concern. That's actually a low amount of skill points for me to be sinking into a skill. I've got 700 in traps, 600 in mana leech, and 500 even in true colors. I've found that, now here's the thing, I've found that basically when it comes to doing one of the two things that makes a mana farm generate more mana, which is either increase the amount of mana leeching that a mana gem can leech from a monster per hit, and also doing whatever it takes to increase the number of times that gem would actually go ahead and leech mana from monsters based on its its firing speed. Basically, I found that traps gave the best return, I suppose, value for skill points, followed by mana leech, and then followed by true colors. This one's a little bit of a wild card, amplifiers, in that it does actually do, it gives plenty of a bonus, but the amount of bonus that you get is kind of difficult to sort of calculate, I suppose. At least it is for me, because based on this tooltip, I'm not sure exactly what it means by range and firing speed ratio spread. I do know that maybe there's some sort of provisor that because you can apply multiple amplifiers to one trap or one tower, you've got to take that into account. I'm not sure if it means that it's a straight addition. Say for example, if you have a tower with 8 amplifiers around it, for example, I'm not sure if that means it's just 160% range and firing speed ratio spread times 8 extra onto the gem. And even if it does, let's be honest, compared to 3,500 specials multiplier for bonus in traps and an extra 420% trap firing speed, yeah, amplifiers, it's good to have some skill points in there, but I don't think it's worth putting a lot in there, to be honest, which is why I've left it at 400. So that's kind of the ratio that I've settled on. I haven't used any calculations to determine exactly what ratio all of these important skills should be at to maximize your mana farming potential, and maximize the amount of bang for buck you get for all of the skill points you put into all of these skills. But that's kind of just what I've settled on for now. And in fact, to be honest, traps really does it all. It increases the special multiplier, and it also increases the trap firing speed. Let's see. This one only does the specials multiplier, so it's really not that great. It's straight off the bat 1,500 on true colors versus, I think the equivalent would be 2,000 on traps, and traps makes things far faster. So traps It's clearly more valuable to put the same amount of skill points in traps than it is in true colours. As for Mana Leech, this one's a little bit confusing. I don't know whether or not all of these skills that directly affect a specific gem colors component, I'm not sure whether or not when you upgrade this, does it only upgrade the mana leeching component, or does it also upgrade not just this but also the gems range and firing speed and all of that stuff? Does it make them more powerful? I don't think it does, but I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't say so on the tooltip. I'll have to do some testing on that actually. But essentially, as it stands, at 600, this thing does extra mana leeching, which is 2,880%, as opposed to this one, which does 1,500%. Yes, this is 100 skill levels more than this, but even if you put them all level and went ahead and had a look at how much they affect, mana leech is much more important than true colors, if I'm going to be honest. Let's see. Aside from that, that's about it really. I just make sure there's more than enough in bleeding so that bleeding actually works nicely with the shrines. Basically, I just need them to go ahead and do a certain percentage of extra damage, which I think equates to the monster being hit that many times, which works out really well for the shrine. Some funny buggers. I'll talk about that in another video, but this is basically how my skills are laid out, and of course anything that has a cap of 50 I've gone ahead and maxed out just because I have oodles of skill points and it cost me basically nothing at this point to go ahead and upgrade those. So there we go. Mostly geared towards a mana farm with a little bit of an ability to kill. That's basically how I've got my setup going. Now that I've got that set up, basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to farm Talisman's fragments that might be useful at some point in the future. Right now, annoyingly, I still have not been able to go ahead and successfully replace this edge fragment. I do have a fragment that I can put in there, but honestly, for the sake of going from plus 24 to all skill levels to plus 25 to all skill levels, I will be hurting my initial mana bonus a little bit because I don't have a piece that has this exact same marking. So yeah, that sucks. I'm kind of just sort of sticking with it at the moment. I'm just going to keep on trying to get more and more of these fragments, and basically I'm just going to try and collect as many as I can. All of these fragments, by the way, have +1 to all skill levels, and they all have markings. That's what I'm focusing on at the moment. I'm trying to, at the very least, get my talisman not at a point where it's got only 100 rarity fragments, but at least to a point where I've got, what is near the maximum amount of talisman bonuses I can have, which will help me greatly with my initial starting mana. Because basically, the more initial starting mana multiplier I have here, the more I can free up more skill points to sink into more of my skills without actually having to sacrifice too much of my current initial starting mana, which is around 12 or 14 million mana. That really does come in handy when you want to set up something quick, like say, a quick mana and kill farm to set you up for doing, say, a talisman hunting run. Basically, I max all the settings, I get rid of thick air because, as you can see, have a look at my talisman drop rarity range. It doesn't move, whether or not I have this to the max or not. You can go ahead and run with no increase to your talisman drop rarity rate. You can run with every single trait maxed out, except for one. So pick and choose the one that's going to hurt you the most. For me, it could be either, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty much thick air. I just don't want to have to hit everything. What is it? 24 times, as a minimum to kill it. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but hey, if I don't have to put up with that rubbish, then I won't. When it comes to hunting for talismans, speed is the name of the game. And by the way, field A1 really is the perfect field for it, because it has more than enough waves. It's easy to set up a nice little farm right at the start, and it's quick, very quick to get to a point where you can just send all remaining waves and have your gem kill everything without breaking a sweat. Let me show you what I do. This is a little bit different. This is a bit more involved to what most people do. Some people just chuck down, at this level, they would chuck down a few lanterns and, you know, a few amplifiers around it in a crisscross section, and that's it, and call it a day. I don't do that. I go ahead and at least get myself to a point where I can go ahead and get myself a nice grade 30 or 35 or 36 or grade 40 gem, so that way I can easily send all waves and not worry about thick air giving me issues. If I go ahead and send all waves with thick air on, is it thick air? No, I'm thinking of the wrong one. It's the one that increases the hit points of all monsters coming into the field by something like 120% for each extra monster that's waiting to come into a field. When you send all waves, the number of monsters waiting can go up to like 700-800, I've noticed, and as a result, some of those monsters that are coming in are at around maybe wave 40 or 50 or so. They've got like stupid amounts of HP. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. You just want to do this as quickly as possible. Speaking of which, I should probably shut up and just set up my stuff, eh? How does that sound? Alright, grade 13. We'll have it hit shields, so we knock out everyone's shields. No problem. There are many ways to do this. I do it this way just because I don't mind putting in the extra effort to ensure that no matter what, I've dominated the level. Alright, and back down to 10. We'll shove everything red in here. Oops, I just realized I stuffed up. Always create a gem, set its priority, and then duplicate it, guys. Pro tip. Saves you a lot of hassle later on. Or at least potential hassle. Okay. Priority. And last but not least, just going to shove a couple of kill gems in here. Alright. A blue in the middle. Couple of these bad boys around the edges. First one hits specials or high banishment cost. Second one does least amount of hit points, which should almost always be the swarmlings that come out of the monsters. I mean, technically not. Swarmlings that come out are going to be carrying 3.2 times extra hit points than the monster that was destroyed. So, yeah. Unfortunately, though, they have a 0 banishment cost. I was actually a bit peeved about that. You can't get extra XP from the swarmlings that come out from swarmling parasites. That sucks, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, that's pretty low. Let's go and pause. That was quick. Alright, now we've got grade 13 mana gems. We don't like that. We want grade 22. And we want them across the board. Let's see. Do I have enough? I think I have enough Yeah, I know. I just sold the one that I already upgraded. Sue me. Do I have enough mana to fill up? Yes, I do. Fill up everything, including the amplifiers. Wonderful. Now, I'm just going to give this bit of an upgrade. 23. Upgrade this as well. And while we're at it, let's strengthen up all of the monsters coming in, because otherwise our mana farm will be killing them, and that's not cool. We don't want that. Alright. Let's get rid of the gem socketing cooldown and give it more damage. Perfect. Oh, this one, my blue. I've totally forgotten all about the blue and the red. Let's, oops, that's one too many, but who cares? Alright. That's looking much better. Alright, now we're looking a little bit more respectable. Let's upgrade this a couple of times. Let's see, what have we got? Level 28 and 30, that's not good enough. Let's go 32 and 30. Whoops, let's also give this something so at least it's killing things. And continue. I was afraid of that. Either this, I think this red gem combined with the raw power of damage from the orange gems is actually still destroying everything that's coming in. Is it? Oh, no, never mind. No, that's fine. It's all kosher. False alarm. Let's see. Yay, one shot that one. Smithereens. Does anyone use that word anymore? Smithereens? What a strange word. Less than smithereens. Okay, now we're going to upgrade all of our orange gems to 32. Don't worry guys, the setup is almost complete. It's not there yet, but it's almost done. I know this is not the quickest way, but I find it to be the most satisfying way. Especially considering knowing that at the end of the run, there's still a good chance that whatever fragments I get, there's a very small chance that I would actually still get a fragment that is useful. Unfortunately, these Talisman Fragment runs, they've got to be done over and over and over again. It's annoying, but it is the way it is. Alright. Upgrade that to 36, and these bad boys to 32. Apologies for the lag. My slideshow computer still hasn't been upgraded. I don't expect it to be upgraded, to be honest. Especially during these tough times. I don't think it's worth wasting money on a new computer when the old one still works well enough. By well enough, I mean well enough with, you know, quote marks. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll upgrade this to whatever we can. Well, okay, let's stop this thing from smacking everything out immediately. Hey, that's a good position. That'll take out pretty much everything. I like it. Alright, we're almost there. We just need to fill up our mana farm a little bit here. It's looking a bit sad right now. It's going slow. Keep our eye out for wizard hunters. Any wizard hunters? No? Alright, no problems. We've got a lot of mana. 1.5e to the 14, so let's go ahead and spend that. Okay, grade 41. I'm done, pretty much. Alright. I've gone ahead and upgraded this. I've set its priority to go for specials, in other words, flying monsters first, or, you know, wizard hunters is mostly my concern. But this is honestly going to deck everything. Let's do 38. And you get the 38 treatment as well. Alright, now let's get rid of our enraging gem, because it doesn't matter anymore. And we sit back and let everything ascend. Not really much to say about this, to be honest. I have to admit, a grade 41 gem is probably overkill. I could probably get away with doing this with a grade 32 gem, but yeah, I like to be sure. Let's see. Just waiting for the dribs and drabs to finally make it onto the map so that they can get hosed. There we go. Done. And that is how I hunt for talisman fragments. Now, let's see, what have we got here? Oh, hello. Damn, it's got the wrong markings, but that could be useful. Let's see. These don't have markings, so they are useless to me. And I got 4,600 cores for my troubles. Alright. Now to see the fruits of my labour. Let's go ahead and see. Pretty sure I can't... Ah, damn. Yeah, I can't really use this. I'll keep it. But... oh, man. Pardon me. Unfortunately, I can't really use it. I've already dedicated this particular marking up to here. I'm really not so fussed about column bonuses. You know, mana at the start of each wave. That's kind of completely pointless. What's more important to me still, even with 110,000 wizard level, what's important to me, obviously other than the percentage of wizard level goes to initial XP and mana, that's nice. It's still important to get a good initial mana bonus, because I do believe that initial mana bonus is it's calculated after all of the other bonuses are applied first. So you get 516% of wizard level goes to XP and mana, 2,145 initial mana, which in comparison is kind of nothing really at this point. But those and anything else, such as initial mana bonus from unspent skill points, you know, all of these things are added up and calculated, and then on top of that you've got the initial mana percentage. So basically, after the wizard level goes to initial XP mana, let's just do that calculation, because that's really probably the bulk. Actually, no, it wouldn't be. It would be my initial mana from my skills. Anyway, let's calculate both of them. So right now I've got initial mana bonus. Yeah, this is my main contributor. Initial mana bonus of 724,000. So 725,000. Basically, when that's added on, 720. Pardon me. It's late. 727,000 mana, let's say, after you tack on that extra 2,100 whatever it was initial mana from my talisman fragments. You multiply that by, well, it's plus 110%, so you multiply it by 12 times, I suppose. Pardon me. Not coronavirus, I promise. Just a dry throat. Pardon me. I ate some floury bread before and I'm paying for it now. Where's Bose? Yep, 727,000 times 12. So there's that. It also adds, let's see, 500 and something % of initial XP goes to, initial 500 and something %. Let me start that again. 500% of wizard level goes to initial XP and mana at the start. So we've got basically, oh, pardon me. Wow, I can't stop yawning. What is wrong with me? Sorry guys. So you've got 552,500 mana from the wizard level off the bat because of this bonus here. Percentage of wizard level goes to initial XP and mana. So you've got that mana, which is 500,000. So that's, about 2/3 of the initial mana that I get from unspent skill points. So they're both significant and they both contribute. So you add those two together, you've got around 1,300,000 odd, give or take, more or less. 1,300,000 mana that I start with. And then on top of that, it gets multiplied by, 12.18 times. Because it's plus 111%. So it's 11.18 times in addition to. So really it's multiplying by 12. So whatever that is, 1.3 million times 12. And that gives you my initial mana, which is, why is simple math so hard right now? It's probably because I've yawned about 10 times in this video. So yeah, 1.3 times 12, that's 1.2, 3.6. So yeah, 15.6 million, give or take. It's a very rough calculation, but let's just go back in again because I forgot what I started with. In fact, you know what? Just for fun, let's make this a double feature. Let's do another one. There you go, 15.8 million. So that's how it's calculated, guys. Just in case you didn't know or you were a little bit confused, that's how all these bonuses stack up and so forth. So don't let anyone who tells you, and I've heard this before actually, don't let people tell you that initial mana bonus doesn't really apply or is not as important. I suppose when you've got it maxed out, then there's nothing really you can do. It is what it is. Que sera, sera. But while it's still there, even with the XP, and mana bonus from the wizard level, all of that stuff being combined, it still multiplies off that. So that's still significant. Even if you have no unspent skill points, it doesn't matter what it is that's contributing to your initial mana bonus. It still applies. Let's see. Should I do the same farm? Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's try and do this one a little bit quicker. Let's see if I can get away with doing this with a gem that's around about 9 or 10 grades lower. And let's see if I can not misclick as well. How does that sound? Yeah? Right. See, this is why I'm not a... Oh, for God's sake. This is why... Take two. This is why I am not a professional YouTuber, guys. Professional YouTubers are smooth. And they have soothing voices. And they can go ahead and multitask by doing stuff and talking into a microphone and trying to give a narrative at the same time. I can't really do that. So, sorry guys, it is what it is. If you don't like it, go find another YouTube channel. This is more of a... my channel is not really to grow or become famous or anything. The point of my channel is simply to try and educate and advise on strategy games that I like. That's it. But yeah, if you want to see me do something different, let me know. in the comments below. Let's see. Damn. That one goes there. And then I shove a couple of these. Yeah, let's leave them level 10 because they're still going to be more than powerful enough. Now, let's shove... Oh, is that all? Grade 13? Gee, I must have missed that pretty... Yeah, that's close. Hey, what if we just do that and that? Alright. Okay, take 2. Starting with a grade 14 gem in the enraging slot. That's a little bit better. And go. And pause. Okay, we're going for level 23 this time. Just in case you were wondering, the reason why the computer is going so slow is because the game has quite a lot to calculate whenever I do things, because A, there's already 45 monsters on a map is not a lot, but the number of gems that are on the map, every single time something is done, there needs to be recalculation on a lot of factors to do with all of these gems. Even if they're in an amplifier, I'm pretty sure for optimization, they could have been left out of the calculation. But it is the way it is. They need to be recalculating all the time just to keep current. Alright. And let's upgrade all of our boys in blue here. Lovely. Let's see. Give you the 4 treatment. 5, 4. Was I able to give you? No. Okay, whatever. That's right. Grade 14's not good enough. Let's do grade 23. That's much better. Look at that. They just get swatted like flies. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to work. I'm just going to go for the kill gem pretty much right now. Just going to give myself a little bit more time to gather more mana. Let's see. So if I create... Actually, you know what? I've got a lot more mana than that. I can do better. So... 34. Alright, yep. Let's surround whatever gem it is that we go for with grade 34 gems. Beautiful. What have we got here? That's a grade 36 gem. That's a lot. That's quite a lot. Let's go for 37 and then we'll give it a crack. How's that sound? Okay. Hit all specials. I've never sent all waves this early before. Wave 12, let's go. You can tell how well you're doing by how low your XP score is. Oddly enough. If your XP score is lower, then that means you started sending waves earlier. Wait a second. What's going on here? This thing's struggling. Mind you, my kill gems and my traps are saving... Oh, I know what's going on here. Oh, for goodness sake. Bloody hell. Of course. I'm not going to do a lot of damage if this thing is not really powerful and helping them. So, let's get bleeding going properly and take 2. Yes, that's much better. Jeez, how could I forget about bleeding? Oh, look at that. Mop the floor with them. Okay. And that is another successful Talisman Fragment run. Ooh. 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 Hello. I think I need this one. Let's see. What do we get? 5.6 grand. Who cares? I've got more than enough shadow cores. Seriously, 300 grand. It just keeps growing. But... yes! Am I right in saying this? Oh, no. Damn you. It's a corner piece. I've already got a corner piece. Okay. I've been a little bit selective about what sort of fragments I have. If I have duplicates, I'll aim for fragments that giving plus to, a bonus of initial XP and mana based on wizard level is nice. But at the moment, with the sorts of endurance runs that I'm doing, I actually really could benefit from anything that basically goes ahead and gives me more shrine charge. This one does nothing like that. There's some extras to whiteout, like more XP in whiteout. That's good, that's useful. Let's see, there's also more whiteout duration, poison damage in whiteout, who cares about that, and a smattering of other random stuff. Maximum freeze charge. Oh, more damage to flying. That's interesting, but irrelevant at this point for me. Okay. Ice Shard's health loss. That's an interesting one. Also useless. Alright, what does this do? Let's see. We got beam, initial mana. The other one has initial mana as well, so that's on par. Ice Shard's health loss, useless. This is almost a carbon copy already. Maximum Ice Shard's charge. That's this one gives maximum to whiteout charge, which is actually more useful to me than Ice Shard's charge. Damage to Reavers. Ice Shards takes 0% hit points. Oh, it just makes it more powerful. Wait, doesn't this also have the same thing? Ice Shard shreds 8% armor. Okay, so it's not a modifier to the armor shred, it's the percentage hit point shred. The hit point burn, let's call it. Also useless to me. XP for enemies killed in whiteout. This one does it as well, so there's no benefit there. Does it? Yeah. No. Wait, what? Let's see. Whiteout duration. Freeze duration. Maximum whiteout charge. XP for enemies killed in whiteout. And what was this one? Yeah, XP for enemies killed in whiteout. Yeah, okay. They're on par. Maximum barrage, who cares? Percentage chance gem bomb summons a wasp. I think this has got that same one as well. No. Oh, it's got gem wasps attack 10% faster. Honestly, anything to do with gem bombs and wasps, I don't really care about it. It doesn't affect me. If anything, I hate having wasps on the map because they also act as each their own kind of like little gem in a tower or something, in that the more wasps you have on the field attacking stuff, the more calculations that need to be done and recalculations on after a wasp stings, where's it going to go, where's it going to sting next, which direction is it traveling, because it does this random path as well. Like, wasps are really computationally heavy, and unfortunately with all of the skills pumped up the way I have them, gem wasps seem to stick around and last forever, constantly stinging. They never go away. They take like 1,500 seconds to go away, which is the equivalent of like 45 50 minutes or something of gameplay. It's insane. So anything about wasps, I really don't care about. I don't like them. Now that I've got that rant off my chest, let's continue. Maximum whiteout charge, who cares? Damage to swarmlings, who cares? Ice charge shreds armor, who cares? Alright, it turns out this is on par or worse, so unfortunately I have to ditch that one. Ditch you, ditch you, ditch you. Right, so what happened? Well, actually, let me show you what happens if I do go ahead and replace this with another one. Actually, you know what? The difference to the bonus? What happens if I hold it over? Let's look at the comparison. Fragment and slot. Oh, it doesn't show me the Talisman Fragment bonuses, overall bonuses difference. So this was pointless, but we go from 1118 to 1035% initial money. You know what? That's kind of worth it. Screw it. Let's do that. I'll keep this just for now, but alright, let's run with this. So now I've finally got my plus 25 to all skill levels. Yay. Let's go ahead and make sure we are utilizing that properly. So anything that doesn't look like it's a multiple of 25, we make it a multiple of 25. And there you go. So that's what a Talisman Fragment should look like when it's first brought to a point where it has plus 25 to all skill levels. In other words, every single fragment has plus something to all skill levels. There you have it. I promised I would do a video when I had my Talisman Fragment like this. I've made a few videos in the interim because of a few discoveries and successful XP runs, but here you go, folks. As promised, finally, a talisman with plus 25 to all skill levels. Nice. Now I've just got to get them properly swapped out with the right markings, and also preferably all with rarity 100 as well, so that way I maximize my bonuses and I don't have to touch it ever again. That would be great. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Next video, I just might do a full-length video of me doing a endurance run on a field with a shrine. Maybe. I haven't decided whether or not I want to do that, because I haven't decided on your behalf as to whether or not you want to see that. Oh, hello. Field N3 has a shrine. I totally forgot about that. Here, let's reset battle traits. Let's go in here and have a little peek, because it looks like it's in a great spot. I hope it doesn't shoot only in two directions, because that would make it difficult to destroy any special monsters with a shrine. Okay, so by the looks of it, we've got both horizontal, vertically down, and diagonally down to the left. Let's see, if monsters... Okay, so obviously they have to come that way. So monsters would have to go this way, down, up, and this is all the kill zone. Everything here, and I can freeze monsters in this area, and they would all be within the kill zone still, all the way here. And anything that gets past will eventually make its way to the orb. Ooh, this is a very tempting... Okay, I'm calling it. Next video I put up, I'm going to be doing not a Talisman Fragment run, an endurance run on field, what is this, N3? N3. And I'm going to be aiming for something e to the 15 XP. Yes, you heard me right. That's one what? What is that? That is 1 quadrillion, in excess of 1 quadrillion XP from a endurance run. See you then, guys. Catch you later.